Understanding Feeding a Tarantula, a deep dive into English phrases. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our channel, where we make learning English fun and easy. Today, we're going to explore a fascinating phrase, feeding a tarantula. While it might sound straightforward, there's a lot to unpack here. So, let's dive into the world of English phrases together and discover what this particular phrase really means. First, let's break down the phrase into two parts, feeding and a tarantula. Feeding refers to the act of giving food to someone or something, typically to sustain life and promote growth. A tarantula, on the other hand, is a large, hairy spider that many people find intimidating due to its appearance. So, in its most basic form, feeding a tarantula simply means providing food to a tarantula. This could be anything from insects to small mammals, depending on the size and species of the tarantula. However, in English, phrases often carry a meaning beyond their literal interpretation. Feeding a tarantula can be seen as a metaphor for doing something that requires courage or overcoming fear. Why? Because for many, the thought of getting close to a tarantula, let alone feeding one, can be quite frightening. Thus, this phrase can symbolize the idea of facing your fears or dealing with something that makes you uncomfortable. You might hear feeding a tarantula used in various contexts, from casual conversations to literature and movies. It's a vivid expression that can add color and depth to communication. For instance, if someone says, "I had to feed the tarantula at work today," they might not be talking about an actual spider. Instead, they could be referring to a challenging task they had to tackle or a difficult person they had to deal with. It's also interesting to note that phrases like feeding a tarantula reflect cultural attitudes towards certain animals, in this case, spiders. In many cultures, spiders are seen as creatures to be feared or avoided. This phrase taps into that common perception, using it to express broader themes of bravery and confrontation. We hope this exploration of feeding a tarantula has given you a deeper appreciation for the richness of the English language. Phrases like these show how language can be playful, metaphorical, and deeply rooted in cultural perceptions. Remember, learning English isn't just about memorizing words and grammar, it's also about understanding the stories and ideas behind the language. Thank you for joining us today, and we look forward to seeing you in our next video. Keep feeding your curiosity, and maybe one day, you'll find that feeding a tarantula isn't as scary as it seems.